If you had 48 hours to go through the three Baltic countries, how would you spend it? This was me on my flight from Sweden to my first Baltic country, Estonia. I took an evening flight, and by midnight I landed in Tallinn, the capital of Estonia, and checked into a hostel. And then the next morning I started touring Tallinn, the capital. The Baltics, they have the vibe of the Baltics. They have very nice architecture, a mixture of older versus modern architectural structures, which I love very much. This was me going through the old town of Tallinn in Estonia. Beautiful buildings, beautiful setup. It looks like there's a market here in the daytime. Now I knew this was 8 a.m. I arrived midnight the day before, and then by 8 a.m. I was already up and touring because I had to go through 3 countries in 48 hours. So I had to make good on the time. That's why it's so empty. I believe maybe if you come here at midday or in the evening, it'll be very busy because I see stalls, I see restaurants, etc. So I'm sure it's not this quiet in the daytime. But yeah, that was my tour through Tallinn in Estonia. I kind of give off the typical what you expect of the Baltic vibes. If you watch Baltic movies or know anything about Baltic history, then it's true. There's these gates, like this the kind of thing you see in movies, like this old gate that signifies some of the war that were fought by the Baltic countries. There's some history map just by the side that you could read and get acquainted with the history of the Baltics. I was just passing through, so I just wanted to take like very great pictures of this old architecture. And there is a very quick early morning market here. And if you look in front, you can see newer structures. Like what I like is how the old meet the new. As you progress, you find like integration of these old and newer structures. And then I took a Flixbus to Latvia. Latvia is a more smaller country. If you look at the map, this was Riga, the capital of Latvia. If I were to compare Estonia and Latvia, I'd say I like Estonia better. It's a bit wider. People there seem more friendly, but yeah, hey, people's country, their rules. I didn't stay very much in Latvia, and I just skipped very quickly because it wasn't really my vibe. And I was in Lithuania. This is Vilnius, the capital of Lithuania. I really love Vilnius. Vilnius is very beautiful. It's the kind of place that I believe I will go again. One of the things I'm doing on this top 30 countries is deciding what countries I want to visit again, right? And Lithuania is definitely on my list. Vilnius is definitely on my list of cities I want to visit again. So I took an evening stroll through Vilnius. I only spent a total of maybe 10 hours in Vilnius, including the night that I slept there. I spent 4 hours going around looking at the city. They have very cute restaurants. They have this old town where you just walk through and see so many places. It was a very rainy evening, so I was like, yeah, not the best for doing a quick run, like a quick sweep through the city. But I mean, you can't complain about the rain. You can't tell the rain what to do. So you just make the most of what you can make the most of. And I just did as much as I could. It was already getting dark. That's why you can see the videos here are darker. But like I said, I really love Vilnius, and I want to come back and do like a more extended week tour. By the end of the evening, hey, I landed in the airport hotel. Very lovely place. I relaxed and waited for my trip to my next country. So see you in my next country. Bye.